Hello, I'm Sami Laakso from Snowdale Design, and today I have a special guest with me here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello. I'm Joash Kari. I am working on the music for Lands of Galzyr, and it's great to be here.
And before anyone asks, this music you're right now listening, that's just some other. We don't have too much of the music done yet, but you can go on, for example, in the Gamefound page, the main trailer has music from shows, so you can go and listen that, for example, to get a taste. And maybe in the stream at some point I'll play a track or something. But for now, this is not the official soundtrack because obviously it hasn't been made yet. So without further ado, let's go to the table, and it's a bit emptier than what people are usually probably used to in these streams. Two reasons for that. I already told Josh that first, I want to show how fast the game is to set up, even when we have already some saving going on. And secondly, I didn't have time to set up the game, so I'm honest with that. Welcome to the stream, Cadeus. Glad to have you here. So, I'm not sure. I don't think I have shown it on the streams, but here's the box. We have these three trays. One of them has all the loose components, including the adventure boards. Then we have some more loose components in these ones. But we have these two card trays that hold all the cards in the game, and then we have the game board here at the bottom. But let's use the playmat. That's an add-on in the campaign. Let's try that one in here. Looks quite similar to the actual game board, obviously, because the location cards still have to match the size and color of this one. So, well, it's basically the same thing. Like here's the cardboard version compared to the playmat. Like a little bit difference. For example, like this, the summer side is a little bit bleeding on the winter side, but that's not happening in the playmat. But basically the same. Cards are a little bit easier to pick up, obviously, from the playmat. So first we'll have the save slots here. We'll pick all the cards from Bumir's save slot because that's who we were playing previously on these streams. But if Josh wants, he can also pick another character, and we can transfer the cards from here to the other adventure. We have played quite a few games with Bumir, so maybe it's time to swap out for another one. So those are our own cards. I'll put those aside. And then from the global slot, I'll just take all the cards and sort them by card type. So here we have location cards. We have global status cards. Those go to the side. We have quests that will form our notice board. And then we have the event deck. So these locations have small numbers here at the bottom right, like this is the number 12, and they will match the artwork and the number here on the playmat. So they're quite fast to just put here. And some of the artwork doesn't match quite because this game mat has newer artwork than these cards. For example, you can see that the Meratu is missing some snow from the forest, but the cards will match in the final game. And that's location cards done. Well, for the notice board, we are going to pick these quest tokens and mark their locations on the board. So one is in Arhin. There's three quests in Arhin and one in Zabar. So those are our notice board. Then for this global status card, we have one which is showing which month we are playing. And well, this is actually showing April and asking us to use the summer side, but I decided that we're going to skip ahead a little bit to play, because we have played on the summer side a few times, so we're going to go to the winter right now. So, well, actually, let's go a few months backwards and pick January. I mean February. Usually you wouldn't pick this one, but you would play one by one. So this says that we are going to use the winter side. And then we have these two cards which specify which mode we are playing. If we were playing competitive, we would use the Discord card on the left, but we're playing solo/cooperative, so we are going to use the Harmony card on the right. And it also has the timer effect, which equals to 8 in a solo game. And we are going to put that timed effect there just in a moment. And then we get to pick our adventures. And which one would you like to play?
Oh, well, see, I'm quite happy to continue with the character you've been playing a lot with. However, if you said, as you said, it'd be maybe nice to start changing up a little bit and experiment a bit, I am quite happy to pick our lovely Kingfisher.
Yep, we can go with Aisala, so people will see the different tags come into play from the adventures, as well as, well, totally different skill marks and the different special ability that each adventurer has.
Plus, she looks cool.
Let's take the playmat. So this also fits inside the box. It lays flat when you open the buttons. So, and then you can just build it up like that. We can use it. And Bumir had I think we had just 2 gold in the last game, so we're going to continue with that. You can blame our previous guest Chan from Guacalo for spending all the monies.
Of course.
I'll
have a word with him later.
This is our save slot, so I'm going to swap out the special ability. Bumir's special ability, will return it to Bumir's save slot, and pick Ausala's card, which is this soar in the sky. And when we travel, we may discard this to get +4 movement, but we do have to return any companions without light tag back to the library. And what else we have in our save slot? We have some items. We have Pocket Encyclopedia, which will help us in knowledge skill checks. We have a Spyglass, which helps if we observe, explore, or sneak. And our third item, our latest found, is Charm, which will help us if we sneak, force, or climb. But in that we do have to trust in our luck, and we might even get penalized if we roll badly. But again, it's optional to use it. But Chan did want to pick that one.
I'd be careful, my dice rolling's been atrocious lately.
Well, I'm going to do it for you, so you can just blame me.
True, yes. I think that's fine. I rolled 5 dice, 3 of them were ones. It wasn't a good day.
It wasn't pretty. Here we have our adventure status, which we got. We had in the previous game, we lost it, but then we got it back. So if we unlock Explore or Search, we get some bonuses with that. And we also managed to get a Favor of Elite, which is kind of a mysterious card, and we don't even know how it works because it doesn't have any effect on it and only says Elite tag. So if we are asked if we have the Elite tag, then we can maybe use it. And then as we end the setup, let's pick let's initiate our storybook, and for that we will tell it which day, month we are using or playing currently, and we are playing February. So we're going to pick that one here, and it will randomize our starting day to be Friday. So I'll mark the same with the day token on our game board. And here's our adventure figure, and I'll mark our prestige to be 0 to begin with. And then I can take 2 of these timer tokens, so doesn't matter which ones as long as they are identical. So for example these 2 Ocelot ones, and I'll mark how long our game will be. So here it said 8 days for a solo game, so we have 8 days time to gather as much prestige as we can.
Job done.
And then we have also one of these special cards which we actually added to the global save slot in our previous game, and it's a new challenger. And before finishing setup, we have to resolve scene number 115.
Oh.
And it also has a gathering named scene happening in 6 days. So let's also mark that on the calendar. So 6 would be here, and place it there. And well, we are, other than doing that scene, we are finished with the setup, and we haven't chosen our starting location yet, but the starting location is like the very last part in the setup. So now we are actually going to take a scene even before the game begins. So let's go
115, wasn't it?
Yep, 115. And as with our previous guests, Josh will be responsible for reading, and the bar has been already set quite high for the voiceovers. So if you are up for the challenge, go ahead and have fun.
Oh, darling, bring it. Okay. A thick crowd of folks cluster together, all excited and in a buzz, listening to someone boisterously speaking. At the center of this group is an opossum slashing at the air with his sword, shouting about his exploits. Folks clap in approval and excitement when he tells them that he has an announcement to make. I make this promise to myself, but to the benefit of folks everywhere in this wide world, that I, the one and only Harmon, will become the most famous adventurer ever. Anyone else who would hold such an occupation, beware, for soon you will be left in the dust. As if life was not hard enough, there is now a new rival on the prowl, out to steal your glory. Oh.
And it's asking us to take the card 157, so I'll take that. And roll the 12-sided die to determine the location where we put this 157. So let's do that. And of course it goes off screen, the spell, but it's an 8. So we're going to look for the location with the number 8. So it's Meratu over here. And we're going to put card appropriately named Harmon is here to Meratu. A new challenger has joined the game to become the most prestigious adventurer. Being confident on his win, Harmon welcomes multitude of different challenges against him. And if we go to the same space with Harmon, we can challenge him by taking the scene 114. So, well, it goes over there. And we have already two timer tokens here. The red one is for gathering on the harmony card, and then we have on Thursday we have the gathering, also named gathering, in the new challenger card. Well, now we are done with the setup outside of deciding where we want to start. And as for that, you might want to consider Harmon's locations, location new quests, as well as our three quests that we have from the previous game.
Yeah.
And quick recap of these: we have a Shifting Tides, where a person wants to give a lovely gift of a bottle in a ship to his friend, and this takes place in Sarevar. The second one is High Hopes Part 2. So in the previous game we purchased and fixed a burner for a hot air balloon for a dodo, and now the dodo asking us to find a pilot for his craft, and if we want to try and find the pilot, we can visit Yetsten's postal office. And then we have part 1 of the collector, and for that there's a grey marmot wanting some sort of golden millstone artifact, which some other person is owning, and if we want to visit that, then it's we can go to the party in Arhin. So those are the three quests we have in our possession right now.
Okay. It seems perhaps appropriate to start where a lot of the quests are and come out the gate running. I don't know about you.
Well,
so
I will let you decide. For better or worse.
I love the sound of that. Let's dive right in and go to Arhin. Let's go for it.
All right. So we have 3 new quests there, but we probably want to resolve one of our current ones before picking them up, because we would have to immediately abandon, because 3 is the maximum that we can hold. So
we can start resolving them and then replacing them immediately.
So we have this collector. Some of the most esteemed parties for Arhin's elite are arranged by one of their ruling families, the Blue Mills. They possess the golden millstone, a relic I'd like to add to my collection one day. Here's an invitation card that gets you inside. Locate where they display the family heirloom and report back to me. Signed by Araltai, the Grey Marmot Collector. And I think that we are now going to go to the party.
I think we're definitely going to the party, and I'm noticing the word elite, so I've got high hopes. And I'm feeling sneaky.
But how high are your hopes?
We'll get that high later. No, not quite. We'll get up there later.
So
let's party for now.
Number 203 in the storybook.
203. At the doors of the Blue Mill Mansion, an elderly wool lizard butler answers, "Invitation, please." You hand it over and you are let inside. House guards relieve you of any weapons, storing them in the foyer for the duration of your stay. The butler guides you to a ballroom where an ensemble of rich folks are dining. The 2 Blue Mill polecats, Grand Mistress Redonda and Grandmaster Bacalar, are a degree overdressed beyond their lavish peers. Taking a break from sucking up the adoration of their guests, they ask who you are. You lie about being a building inspector from Rieshdom. The Blue Mills let you have the run of the place. You need to decide what is the best way to scout the place out. We cannot use any items of a weapon tag.
None of our items have weapon tags, so we're good with that. We're not trying to smuggle any weapons into the party. and we do not have bolster tag. That's one of the tags from Mor, the Free Lizard. So we don't have that. Our adventure tags are streetwise and flight.
We're much more humble and down to earth. We have street smarts, not street shouts.
For convincing, we have pretty much nothing, but we have these 2 adjacent skill marks, or 3 in total. And for searching, we have these 2 primary skill marks, and our items don't help in searching either. Well, but our adventure's status would give us a single success if we choose to search, but if we get a total of 4 or less, we are forced to discard our adventure status. So as long as we get like major successes, we get to keep this one.
Oh, oh, do we? So, are we gonna go in undercover or just chat someone up? Well, I want to start off not too crazy. I like the look of 2 primary skill marks personally. I would quite like to do some fancy dress and search for those servant clothes.
So let's pick that one. And for all skill checks, we always first start with these black base skill dice, and they have a single success for all the 6 different skills in the game. And then we can swap these out based on which skill marks we have available to us based on what are marked on our adventure board. So we can swap those 2 black ones out for these perception dice, and they have 2 double sides for their own skill, and they also have 2 singles for their adjacent skill. So because perception is next to thievery on that side and next to communication on the other side, it has 2 single ones for those as well. But we don't have any adjacent skill marks, so we are just going to use these for this roll. And the difficulty being easy, we are looking for at least 1 success. We always want more, but that's what we would like to get for easy. Medium is 2 and hard is 3.
We'll be fine.
We are trying to steal the place or something, because you're looking for eyes and not the not the thievery icons.
Outstanding, just unbelievable.
I'll blame you for telling how bad you were rolling earlier.
Are you sure I did? Are you sure I didn't roll those? Because that looks like one of my rolls.
Well,
okay.
I'm just role playing you here, like acting as your hands here.
Yeah, no, that's believable.
But we do have one. We do have a single reroll, but we have to reroll everything, and I take that we don't want to take. We want to take that now.
Yeah, I don't mind. I think we can reroll them all.
Well, that's more like it. That's 3. The first one was quite sad. So after rolling and possibly using any items. Items usually have this brown box, like these faded brown boxes with these verbs, and they're optional, like this sneak, force, climb. But if the box is purple, like in these adventures, if we choose one of those actions, we are forced to use this ability. So because we chose to search, and it's written here, we are forced to use our adventures. We can't say that we don't want to use it. It's like our mental status, and there's no way to turn it off. So we do get 1 success from here, but as we are at 4 and not 5 or more, we are forced to discard our adventure status.
Oh no, that was quick.
So I'll return that to the library, and let's reveal the outcomes, and we are going to be 3 or more.
You are able to find a laundry room quite quickly and switch into the garments of house servants. You also find some accessories that could be of use for you if you wanted to take it. You go to search the mansion for the millstone. Your disguise works, as house guards and staff pay you no heed. You may swap one of your skill marks for a communication skill mark. Oh! So what do we have currently? We obviously have 2...
We have 2 perception. We have 1 knowledge and 1 survival, and now we're offered 1 communication if we want it, and it's the one over here.
So it's swapping one of them. I'm trying to decide if it's better to keep our skill marks like spread out a bit. Because if they're all one side, we can ace anything that happens, I suppose, in that direction. But we might struggle elsewhere. Sod it, I'm going to live on the edge. Let's do it. Let's take communication.
Which one do you want to get rid of?
I'm thinking survival. I think let's ditch yellow.
So we're like ditching this whole half of the of the skill wheel.
Yeah, sod it. Let's live.
We just hope that we never need to like fight anyone. Just going to use our mouths to.
I'm just gonna hide from everything and talk my way out of things.
So players can like adjust their characters based on what kinds of skill checks they want to excel at, and you also can try to, well, if you have gaps in your skills like this, you can try to fill those in with certain items. But for example, if we wanted like fight someone, none of our items help us in fighting right now, so we probably don't want to fight anyone ever, or we are just left with rolling 5 of these black ones for that and praying for the best.
I'm gonna see how long it takes for me to just break this character down.
Good start. So now continue.
You end up in the servants' dining room on the 2nd floor. The older wall lizard who was at the door is here now, eating his lunch. He introduces himself as Ermion, and you trade small talk with him. Ermion mentions that the dumb waiter in this room, which is broken, leads up to the collection room above. He complains about how he has to deliver things on foot up the narrow stairwell to that room, having to lock and unlock it with his keys every time he goes. Of course, we just discarded survival. However, as I guess at least if we try and steal the keys, we've got 2 adjacent fitness. So
for
that
climbing,
definitely
we have only 1 adjacent because
we
got rid of our older one. And as for like stealing and climbing, for climbing we do have our charm. So if you choose to climb and choose to use charm, it's quite good chance to get some successes if we trust in our luck, but it might backfire.
Oh, see, I already am not impressed with our luck. Maybe we should save that for the next one. And for now, try and steal.
It's optional, so you can we could roll our dice and then see if we need to trust in our luck. So, because items can be used at any point during a skill check. Not trying to persuade you in any way, just explaining how the game works.
Go on, let's live, let's do that. Let's go absolutely bonkers.
So, do you want to climb upstairs via the shaft?
Yeah, let's climb in the skill that I've just discarded.
So we're going to be using 4 black ones and 1 not yellow but green one, and we are looking for the 10th icons, which are abundant, which would be a lot of them in these ones, but well, someone decided to throw away one. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing, so let's reroll everything.
And then probably charm time.
That's 2 and 4 books, so we're like reading some tips or something. And we are at 2, so we do know that we are not going to fail this with 2 at medium, but we are also sure that we are not going to get the best possible outcome. So do you want to? Are you happy with this, or do you want to trust in luck, which might backfire and drop us below 2, but it also might get us to the best possible outcome?
I'm starting to think I'm already pushing it too much. I think we maybe should play safe this time, and then next time charm is up for the shop.
All right, so let's not waste our all our luck yet. Welcome to the stream, Ryan and Quackalo. Nice to have you here. And they are sending some hearts your way.
Darling, hello.
So we're going to reveal the outcomes, and well, good thing you didn't roll the charm because the best possible was +2, and that would not have been enough in this case to get the best. Best one. People, make a note.
This is a win as far as I'm concerned now. I've got 1 win. I'm taking that. Right. Well, waiting till you are alone, you wiggle into the dumbwaiter and climb up the ropes of its pulley system until you reach the collection room. It was dirty, an awful struggle, but at least you are here now. Inside, among many other treasures, is the golden millstone. As you head over to it, a commotion elsewhere in the house draws your attention. Out of worry, you go to inspect it. Oh dear, drama. The mansion is eerily quiet now. Oh god. Peering downstairs, everyone else has congregated in the ballroom. You overhear a report that a Wolverine guard captain delivers to the Blue Mills about how a marmot fitting Araltai's description broke into a safe and stole military documents, then escaped out of a window into the city. Oh my god, treason. Rudonda rages at the intrusion, while Bakalar curses about how Gemzed has been trying to get those military documents for years. You assume Aralte hired you as a diversion, and her real goal was getting these papers. Well, we have been double-crossed.
So this is how it feels.
I'm annoyed I got rid of that survival thing now. I want to fight her. Right, okay.
Should we pursue her or let her be?
I want to pursue her. I also feel like I don't know if this build is particularly pursuey.
We can persuade him, persuade her after pursuing.
I think I'm going to take a gamble here again, which is famous last words that I've said several times, on the hopes that we can either persuade her, beat her at trivia quiz, or just like sneak up right behind her. But I've been betrayed. I want to pursue her. Oh god, I regret this already. You are determined to get back at Aralte. She hired you, knowing her job was a sham and had no intention of paying you. She was going to let you take the fall while she makes the escape. You leave the mansion in a hurry, getting your weapons back. You question folks on the street if they saw a grey marmot run through here, and they point to the docks. Running there, you talk to a Ghoul harbour master, telling her there is a grey marmot who might be a Gemsedian spy that came this way. Concerned, the Ghoul tells you she saw such a marmot, who got into a boat and sailed away a short while ago. The Ghoul lets you take a boat after her, promising to contact the proper authorities while you give chase. You gain 1 prestige. Yay!
Our points total. I returned the quest card, so we are now left with these 2. And we get card number 62 and 203 from the library.
Very nice.
And 62 is determined. No matter what kind of hardships await, you feel like you can take it all with the strength and vigor of 3 spectacled bears. So this might be our key in defeating Araltai. In any skill check, yes. We may discard this to get 1 success, even in a fight.
Yeah, that's fortunate.
And card number 203 is the Pursuit. Araltai the Collector used you as a diversion to steal sensitive documents from the Bull Mills, one of Arhin's ruling families. Wanting him to face the consequences of his actions, you began your pursuit. And when gained on during setup, if we were like saving the game right now, we have to place our figure on this card, and it's also an adventure status, so there's no limit on how many of these we can have. So I'll put it here, and well, our adventure goes there. We're not on the game board anymore. We are pursuing Araltai.
I am so in for this drama. It's 10 minutes in already. We've left the map. and chasing someone across the seas.
Let all the juicy
I love
rest.
This feels like that moment in a video game where you're near the end and you have to leave the world behind that you know to pursue a story objective. I'm so down.
So we're moving to Saturday, and same in the storybook. And now we can't move because we're not on the game board. And on this pursuit card we have this lightning bolt scene at the bottom, and if you have one of these, there are mandatory scenes, and you just simply have to take it. So we are forced to chase Araltai and take the scene 204.
Brilliant. I love it. Oh my word.
What mess did you get us in?
The craft the harbour master assigned is sleek and fast, and within 2 hours of sailing, you get Araltai's sailboat in sight. She has taken her craft close to the shore, moving at a blithe pace. Weaving leisurely between rocks in the shallows, she must not expect any dogged pursuit. Sneaking, that sounds promising. Oh, yes, they're sneaking. If you do not want to lose her, you could follow behind her in the wake of her boat, avoiding the rocks as she does. Or you could sail wider into open water, moving faster without having to navigate obstacles and try to cut her off. If you observe or recall, each sailor tag gives you 1 progress. I am imagining we don't have sailors.
Yeah, we are not a sailor.
No, quite. Well, I mean, it seems that there's an obvious choice
like a
here.
Fake sailor with our spyglass, which if we observe, we do get 1 success for that one.
Yeah, I mean, that even better. I think we have to observe.
But if we recall how to ride the wind, we do have our trusty pocket encyclopedia. And in all knowledge skill checks, we make reroll up to 2 dice and convert 2 books into 2 each. So we can like double 2 books. So we have quite a good items for both of these, actually.
Huh. Okay, where might this end up? Now, if we sneak up on her, I feel like that might bode well for us. If we communicate with her and it goes wrong, I feel like we're gonna end up fighting. I would like to observe and stay very sneaky.
So
oh god, this makes me nervous.
We're going to take the perception dice, communication die which we got from the party, putting it into good use. And
I can't believe this is actually starting to look up.
And we are hoping for ice, and we already have 1 from our spyglass. So we are basically already not failing because it's an easy one. So we got actually 3 more, so we are already at 4.
I'll take that. That's good enough.
Let's go with that. And it's exactly the number needed for the best outcome here.
Yes! Oh, Mazel Tov. With the expert eyes of a seasoned sailor, you easily thread your boat through the rocks and dodge any underwater obstacles. Handling the rockier waters so well, you decide to move at a more risky speed and catch up to Araltai. Though you are too far away to see the white of her eyes, you can read her body motion. She panics and tries to escape you, but you pull right alongside her. You are now within range to force a confrontation on her and end this chase. Oh dear.
That sounds both good and bad at the same time.
It does. It sounds like we've done great success, and now we're standing there, and she has, I don't know, a big sword. We're standing there,
and we're like,
I have no means to defend myself.
but I am determined.
Right. So of course there's a medium survival check. However, easy. Okay, I like the odds of intimidating her. I think we can bluff our way through this personally.
Yeah. Do you want
That's
to
a lot of
read,
skill dice.
Do you want to read the final story?
Oh my
paragraph
goodness!
before-
I got so
Just-
I got so excited by my hope that Aralte is within mere meters of you. Her eyes, worried and frantic, dart all around, looking for a way out. She steers into choppier waters, making it harder for you to board her, trying to buy herself precious minutes. With the larger and rougher waves, it would be too dangerous to fight across boats, and the boat too unsteady to line up a shot. It would be better to get onto her boat, or better yet, if you can get her to just give up. I'm gonna tell this woman to give up, this man to give up. Is it a man or woman? Yes, woman. Man, woman.
Woman.
I forgot who I was talking to. I apologise, Aralte. Right, I feel good about this.
So going to swap
That's
one
so
black for a green. So we're going to use actually our all 4 of our skill marks here.
That's what I like to see.
And for intimidation, our items don't help us, but we can use our determinate status if we feel like it. If
That
I
sounds
roll
good.
horribly wrong.
I believe in you.
So that's 2. We could get more with the dice. Do you want to risk it?
It's easy, isn't it? So, I do want to risk it. I really do. But I feel like that's where it all goes wrong.
If we, not me, but if we roll horribly, we can still use our determined to get the 1 needed for the success.
True. Re-roll. I am after this. Aralte, I'm having them.
Let's scare her. That's more like it. That's 4.
Oh, yay! Done. Absolutely smashed it.
Oh, come on. It's 5+ for the best possible one.
Oh,
so
come on!
1 off.
Of course. Oh, it's got to be better than something. You tell Aralte that if she does not get herself up, that you will have to ram and sink her vessel. Even if she makes it to shore, it will be a lot of land to cross before she can reach Gemsed. It is plain in her eyes that she is calculating her odds, and when her expression worsens, you both know that it is over. Before that over is reached, she tosses the papers into the water, destroying them out of spite. Grumpily, you board her boat and tie the Grey Marmot up and sail back to Arhin. There, Arhina agents are waiting to take Aralte into custody, informed by the harbour master who you spoke to earlier. For your heroic deed, the agents reward you and give you high praise. Yeah! I'll take that reward.
So 1 prestige. 3 gold, so we're moving up to 5. So we're not quite as,
good lord.
as empty pocket anymore. Going to move our figure to Arhin. And I returned the card 203 back to the library, and then a new quest is activated by moving it from the library to the quest slot, which is here on the front. So whenever we need to refill the notice board, we are going to take the frontmost card from the quest slot to do so, and now we moved a new card from here to the quest slot, so it will be activated in a later game.
I like that. Okay.
And that was on Saturday. We are moving to Sunday, like that. Welcome to the stream, Jennifer. And she's saying that the reroll was worth it.
I am amazed it was.
And saying welcome to the stream, Alex.
I was so sure that I was gonna blow it.
So now we have just two quests on our possession, so we might as well pick a new one. We have first one being I came to Galzyr for a little vacation. I have everything already well planned and would love me some company. Signed by Karimia the Gila Monster. The next one. An important person of Gemsed is missing. A job for highly discreet and trustworthy individual is offered. Signed by Royal Bodyguard. And the last one, assistance in fund seeking required. Understanding the mind of a potential sponsor or patron appreciated. Oddie Pockets. Signed by Arhin University. So, which one tickles your interest the most?
I mean, I quite like the idea of continuing to get involved in Gemsed's politics.
So the missing person?
I think missing person. I like the word discreet is speaking to me as well.
So let's remove one of those three. And then we get to see the other side. So it's a Runaway Prince, Part 1. I'm in charge of the safety of Chano, the Crown Prince of Gemsed. Chano is currently an exchange student in the Arhin University. The Steppe Polecat has fled secretly to Rienstone. Please take the picture of him and make sure he returns without revealing his identity. Signed by Odasak, the Striped Polecat Royal Bodyguard Captain. And now we can go look for Chano if we visit Rienstone. So our Shifting Tides is in Saaremaa. High Hopes for the hot air balloon is in Jetden, and the Runaway Prince is in Rienstone.
Okay.
And Harman is in Meratu.
Oh wow! Well, we've got a hell of a journey ahead of us. Very nice.
So what would you like to do? We can first move up to 2 spaces and then take a story scene. We can also visit some of the Arhin's locations if we want to. There's a market, library, and docks in there.
We've got so many quests to. We may need to leave Arhin and save that for another time. We've got so many places. So what is Harmon? What's his business in Merito? What's he up to?
A new challenger has joined the game to become the most prestigious adventurer. Being confident in his win, Harman welcomes multitude of different challenges against him. And we can challenge him there. And this yellow one is also somehow linked to him. A new challenger is the scene that we played at the start of the game. And it has the gathering scene 350 that we have to take if if the day token ever comes over here.
That's reeking of a time bomb to me. I would quite like to head over to Meratu and see if I can persuade him I'm better. That seems a good idea. Let's start heading towards Meratu, I suppose.
So do we want to go this way, which will all get us in there, or here, which will also get there in 2 turns?
Let's go the south way. Let's go by the coast. Oh, it's by the coast either way. Well, let's go south anyway. It's nice.
Yep. So over here, and I'm not just checking that before going further. The scene for challenging Harman is somewhat not finished, but I think we can still play it. It doesn't have the final polish that all the other scenes have in them, but it has notes of what happens in different parts. But we can still play it.
I'll fail so spectacularly that no one will notice, so don't worry.
So whenever we want to or can't take any other scenes, we can always draw an event card from the event deck, and we're going to take the topmost event from the list, and which matches our condition. So here it's asking if it's a Saturday, and it's Sunday, so we're not going to take that one. And the next one is settlement. We are not in a settlement, nor we are in the grasslands, but we are in a forest, so we are going to take the scene 207.
Beautiful. While enduring the tedium of a winding forest road, the air is curiously riddled with gobbles. I had to double check I read that word right. Your interest spurns you to leave the established road and to head towards the funny sounds. Three turkeys are at a mad speed, running around the base of a tree as if in deranged pursuit of one another. They seem oblivious to the outside world, only focused on chasing each other. Several travelling packs have been scattered across the ground, leaking papers and land surveying apparatuses. Who are these turkeys? You expect this to end at any moment, but as the seconds drag onto minutes, you begin to worry. What on earth are they doing? They have to stop at some point, right? You try to talk to them, but they ignore you.
Regular day in Galzyr.
Oh my word. Oh, do we have a perception tag?
No, we do not have a perception tag.
Such a shame.
So we had three options. We can intimidate the birds to stop. We can recall odd behaviors, or we can just leave the birds be.
I want to intimidate them. I want to tell them, what the earth are you doing, you ridiculous birds?
Our pocket encyclopedia would help us if we choose to try to recall some odd behaviors.
No, do you know what? No, let's intimidate them. What on earth are they doing?
Please stop.
Just
so these are our dice. And we would like to get at least 2 because it's a medium, and we're currently at 3. That's pretty good. Are we happy with 3?
I genuinely don't think it's going to get any better than that. Yeah, given that, I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. We'll stick with 3.
That should stop them, I think.
Okay, that's close enough. You hit the birds with the most scary thing you can do. I love how it leaves that up to your imagination. I like to imagine players would then go take it in turns to show off what is the most scary thing you can do. It breaks their odd race around the tree, but scatters them across the woods, giving shrill shrieks as they crash into branches and bramble. With panicked thrashing, the birds commit all their remaining energy in one blind struggle as they try to fight their way through branches and undergrowth before passing out. Oh God. Well, at least they are out of that strange loop, albeit wounded and unconscious. You go collect all of their limp bodies and line them up so they can have a proper rest. God, our character just got dark.
Next folk who comes by and looks at them like 3 turkeys just lying there in a row.
Lord.
Like what took place here?
No, that's quite fair. I just leave them lying in the middle of the road. Oh my word! Their leader regains consciousness for a moment, thanking you for helping them, before she drifts off again to sleep. She mumbles about seeing a snake in the grass.
That will grant us prestige.
I consider that nothing but a success.
You're speechless.
That was magical. That was.
I'll return this drawn event card to the bottom of the event deck. And end of scene. Going to Monday.
That was. I'm gonna have dreams about that tonight. Right.
Gobbling turkeys, running around in circles.
Just screaming at them and making them pass out. I've never quite had an effect on anyone.
So I think we're now, with our turkeys done, continue our way to Meratus.
Yes. Now we've finished off the turkeys. Let's carry on to civilization.
Do you want to visit the ranger station or challenge Harmon? And Monday here as well.
Let's go to deal with Harmon. Time rests for no Kingfisher. Let's deal with this gentleman.
Scene number 114, and it has some unfinished stuff, so I'm not going to show it immediately, but you can read it and people can listen and just skip the notes in the beginning.
Beautiful. So I'm reading everything below the notes, am I?
Yep, the one starting with Harman standing in the middle.
Beautiful. Harmon standing in the middle of a crowd, his fans, boasting about his recent heroic deeds. Once you enter the scene, he quickly points his sword towards you, saying he recognizes a fellow adventurer when he sees one. He knows you're here to best him, and he's more than ready. He gives you two options to pick. It varies based on the days. I'll stop reading that. He stands there saying, you can choose one. It depends whether it's Saturday or Monday. I'm not bothered. He will then decide to prove his superiority to everyone. The winner will win something from the crowd, and the loser must admit defeat. So Mr. Harmon is demanding a challenge from me, and because it's Monday, he's decided we're going to have, I don't know, an egg and spoon race. We'll find out.
We are asked if we have a partner or at least one companion, and we don't have neither of those. So now we have two options, which Harman is so kindly to give us. We can either race and climb on top of a building, so on top of the ranger station, I take, or we can intimidate Harman with our presence, and that's communication skills. And both of these, the difficulty is unknown. We don't know how hard it is to win Harman.
The unknown terrifies me. I almost feel like, just for a lol, I should take the survival challenge, but I'm not going to. Not yet. I didn't expect to turn into such a cruel, bullying character. I think we should intimidate
the Grey Marmot who gave us the quest in the first place. Then some poor turkeys, and now Harman.
Clearly we're getting quite far in the world by just making everyone terrified of us, despite the fact we have absolutely no means of backing it up. I think we need to intimidate this gentleman with our presence. I think he needs to fear us.
So we are going to try to intimidate Harman, and again, the same dice.
Right, I'm all for this. This is great.
That's 3, and again, the difficulty is unknown, so no idea is 3 good or not. I'll let you decide. Will Harman be terrified of us?
What's the maximum number we can even roll here? 2, 3, 4. 5. I guess 5's the maximum we can roll.
This one can also, but we can use our determined status to get one more if we want to. Are we determined to intimidate?
To make it 4. I am determined. I want to make everyone fear me. I hope this game ends with me being a tyrant. Let's use determined. I want to rub his nose in it.
Let's return that to the library, and that will increase our successes to 4. So now we're going to reveal the outcomes and see. Well, 4 is exactly the best one that we can get.
Yes. Oh, and the world will fear me.
And I ask you to now open the 2 to 3 and basically read that, but a little bit cooler.
So 2 to 3, but read it with slightly more, sounds better for us.
Yep, correct.
Well, as we approach Harmon, we tell him, "Fine, I accept your challenge." So proceeds a barrage of insults between the two of us. Finally, he backs down, admitting defeat. with a little puddle he has left on the ground betwixt his legs. It turns out he stood no chance against us. Harmon whines for the loss with excuses, seemingly afraid for his life. And the folk around us cheer us on, no longer his fans. We gain 1 prestige. Yay!
So
I'm sorry, I need to maintain the fear and the cool. I'm
moving-
terrifying.
Moving to 4, and we also get, well, because of our success, we also get determined.
Yes!
Yeah, as if we never lost it.
I am. I'm convinced I'm going to end this game by holding a coup d'état and overthrowing the current government. Just convincing them. This is great. I love it.
Then we're going to delay new challenger, which is this one over here, and we are going to delay that by 3. So I'm going to move this 1, 2, and 3, and now we can see that our gathering card will take place. So the game will end before this scene will happen.
That's right, Harmon.
That's what you get for trying to mess with Isala.
Oh yeah, that's what you get for trying to mess with the terrifying bird with no weapons.
Yeah, good.
Or any sense of how to survive.
Good thing he didn't call our bluff.
Yeah. I am astounded that putting all of my skills onto one side of the board here is actually so far paying off. so far, this is going great.
Then we are going to return this harmonies here to the library, and we are going to take 158 from there, and then we are going to roll the die, and until it matches one of the connected locations to Meratu. So it can be Teshun, Hesembi, Arhin, or Rienstum, because they're all connected to Meratu. So that's 11, and that's Rienstum, so no need to reroll. And we're going to attach this Traveling Duelist card to Rienstum. Harman is not one to admit defeat, not even when faced with a noteworthy foe or setback. He simply bounces back on his feet and seeks fame and adventure elsewhere. And now we are going to put this to Rienstum, and in 2 days replace it with Harmony's here card. So Harmony is traveling to Rienstum to lick his so-called wounds that we did to his ego.
Oh, they were very sharp words. Very sharp words.
So going to put that there and 2 here, and going to move to Tuesday, and same in the storybook. And now it's a new day, so we can still go and challenge Harman if we want, but perhaps we are not forced to do so if we don't want to do it.
I am feeling that's definitely going to be a fight, so perhaps I'll let's head over to Rienstum and deal with our other business.
So we have 1 to Rienstum, 1 to Rienstum, 1 yet to Jets, and 1 to Sarevar. And want to remind that we do have our sword in the sky that we can use at some point to get +4 movement, so we can move up to 6 spaces. Might be a little bit wasteful to use here, but it's up to you.
I think let's head to Rienstum, and then once we're dealt with business there, we'll decide if I keep hitting this. Decide if we need to fly to Yezdan or closer to Sarawar, depending on how we want to proceed.
Make a stop there and draw an event card, and asking if we are exhausted. We are not in a settlement, but we are in a grassland space, so 243.
Beautiful.
And this scene is written, so you don't have to. You don't have to invent stuff this time quite as much.
I like to improvise. I don't know what you're talking about. The air rings with an odd howl and chirps as you are making your way to your next destination. A kiwi is squatted on the side of the highway, giving pained cries. You ask her, what is the matter? What is the matter? You daft. I am with child, and I am about to explore. Oh, God. Okay. So I'm a midwife now, and I'm about to explore. I need to get to a nursery to lay this egg. After she calms down, she tells you her name is Ilma. I live a ways away from the road, but thought I had a couple days to reach a town to find a nursery. But that baby is coming early. Do you like the sound of me in labour? It's very convincing. You try to wave down a passing wagon filled with fruits and beg them for a lift to town. The Western Osprey scoffs. I am heading in the opposite direction. Step aside. Time is money. You feel like you cannot just abandon Ilm. Do we have the knowledge tag? I think we possibly do. Oh God, that means I can. That means I can try to do it myself, doesn't it?
So.
What skill's that going to be? Survival, thievery?
Encyclopedia does have the knowledge tag on it. So we have perhaps a bit too much knowledge on the matter. But yep.
I'm slightly concerned what she's going to expect of me. Yep. Well, no. Do you know what? Yeah. Do it. I'm gonna.
Do you want to read the source stories too?
With a reliable source of knowledge at your disposal, you glean some critical info. I hope this isn't going to be me mansplaining. I'm just so glad one of the options isn't intimidate her. I think we should provide the information on giving birth. We've got it.
So why not?
I love this. My character's really going through a range of different performances here.
Emotions.
I don't know who to be. Yes, let's crack that book open. Let's get some information here. I cannot lay my egg here. We need a doctor and a bed. Ilma aches. Just my like to be stuck out here. You tell her that, technically, she does not need that. With access to information on many topics, you tell her that pregnancy is an automated process and the egg will come out on its own. No doctors are actually needed. I'm sure that she's...
If it helps that Ausara is a female bird, so...
Yes, that is true. Do you know what? I do need to remember that, because that would sound so much worse coming out of my mouth. So wait it out until Ilma gives a sudden grunt and sighs. An egg, nearly the same size as she is, oh my God, pops out. Poor woman! You stay with Ilma until a wagon passes by that offers to take her to the closest nursery. Ilma uses her beak to pen you something on a note and encourages you to take it. It ain't much, but you have my thanks. And we gain another prestige.
For bringing another life into the world.
Can I just be clear about what we've so far gained prestige for? We've gained prestige for capturing a military spy, for knocking out a bunch of turkeys, for making a guy wet himself, although to be fair, I did ad-lib that bit, for delivering a baby. I don't even know what else. There's something else, but I don't know.
That was it.
Wow. Okay.
So far.
Was that it? What a range.
And we got
what a range.
15, so Ilma gave us a favor of populace, so we now have 2 favors. General population has more power than they realize, keeping the establishment's gears turning like a well-oiled machine. Refusing to do so, that's what gets the attention. Being backed by the common folk can have the most peculiar perks, like helping a kiwi to deliver
absolutely
her egg.
Yeah, or knocking out a bunch of turkeys. I really love our character, despite the fact is just go around intimidating everyone, has both the favour of the elite classes and the general populace. People love us. we are adored.
We are like everywhere. It's going into places.
We are. Everyone knows about Asala. Everyone knows Asala. She's just the most popular. If you want an adventure, you go to Asala. There ain't no bird like there's no Asala. If you want your wife deliver egg, you go to Asala. Yeah, exactly. Hey, if you want a spy captured or some turkeys knocked out or a midwife, call Asala.
Traveling duelist triggers, so I'm going to replace it with Harmon's here card, and now he can again be challenged there if wanted.
Is that the same?
With
Yeah.
his wet pants. It's the same card, but there might happen some different stuff on different days.
Well, we've given him some business once already. I think we, I don't think we need to prove it twice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can just walk by him and see how the fans are gathering around us and not him.
Exactly. Just watch him. Just watch him go and run to find.
We have some like midwives following us as well. Our newest fans. Harman is looking at what just happened.
That could be a great challenge. Just challenge him to deliver a baby.
And Harman took the same route, so maybe he will maybe even saw what we did. I really like Ine Sala's character. She's just been there intimidating this adventurer wielding a sword around, and then she's gone off and delivered a baby because she's got to get stuff done. She don't need to be waving a sword around. She is a strong, confident woman, and she's got stuff to do. She don't need no man. Right. I think we pop right over into Riensturm and look at whatever one of our quests is. So it was this one. The runaway prince. So if we want to continue our involvement with Gameset, we can try to find their crown prince. Taking the scene 7.
Yes, I think we need to get back to politics.
Looking for Chano. If you can keep it together.
Sorry. It just all keeps. I just keep getting reminded of everything that I've done so far, and it's just so beautiful.
Shortly, it's like easier to keep tab of what we haven't done.
It's got to be so nice rediscovering all the things you've forgotten about. Just find them all come up at the same time. It's just beautiful. It's so beautiful.
And this is the reason why we have this adventure journal, which you can write your memories on what happened in the stories. Like Moore was in one game. Moore was hot air balloon daddy.
I really love musical sugar daddy. I love how many times daddy features in that book. I
think we should fill in one page after this game.
Oh yes, definitely. Which words do you choose? Turkey, midwifery, pants wetting.
Let's see where the story still leads us. We have a few days left.
Indeed. Let's see how we can humiliate this gentleman. Zano likely arrived to Riensturm through the south gate, so you show the depiction of Zano to the guards on duty there. Among them, a tern points at the drawing with disgust. Rudest sod I ever met! The guard recalls when that polecat demanded to tell him where the most vogue of art exhibitions in the city were taking place. After the guard told him that he did not know, the polecat brought all the newspapers from a stand, read over them, and threw them at the guard before taking a cab into the city. Lovely man. The guard still has the papers and asks if you want to buy them. They could be a strong lead in finding the prince, but there are other avenues you could explore. Do we have the tourism tag?
3 options.
Okay, so that would be a no.
We can search the newspapers for art exhibitions, but we would have to pay 2 gold to get access to those newspapers. We could explore expensive hotels and taverns, or we can ask cab drivers about Chano, which would cost 4 gold.
I'm feeling that searching's gonna be our best shout here.
Our spyglass would help us a tiny bit in exploring.
Just in case the print in the paper's too small, just get the spyglass out.
It doesn't help in searching, but it does help us exploring if we want to explore the city for the expensive hotels and taverns.
That would be slightly.
That makes a little bit more sense.
You, gentlemen, hold that paper at the other end of the street so I can get a good look.
I'm not going to pay for it, so I'm going to save the gold this way.
Huh. Well, how much? I don't know if it can give us enough help to do a hard.
I don't think so too.
I think that would be risky. Let's search. Let's do what we do best.
So let's spend 2 gold, going down to 3, and going to search. Remove the yellow one. Replace with the black. And that's only 1, so we could use our determined right now to get another one to be at 2, but I think rerolling has.
Reroll
quite
for medium. Yeah, that could be better.
That's 2.
It's technically better, isn't it?
Yes. Next roll would be 3.
I don't know if we want to spend the determination yet. This feels. I feel like that might.
It's no common knowledge on what's the minimum number, so that's the difficulty rating. But we never know quite sure how much more we would like to get for the best possible, and sometimes it can be 1, but it's rare for it to be just 1.
I think we wouldn't get anything out of determination. I think we'll stick with that. I think we better.
Yep.
Yeah, good shout. Thanks for the gold. The guard happily hands you the newspapers as he bites the coins you pass him. Leafing through the newspapers, there are many art exhibitions in the city, but you think you single out a few that are the most likely candidates. Visiting each, no one at any of the places seems to have seen Zano. Which brings you to Gallery Impact, which lies in a poor part of the city, the last spot on your list. Ooh. Gallery Impact is hosted inside a towering old stone structure with a pair of polecat door guards at the entrance. Heading inside, you head to the 3rd floor, where socialites are migrating through statues of inflated worth. Tell me about it, I've been to 3 places like that before. Among them, you spot Zano, wiggling between clumps of guests. You get to the prince and whisper that he should return to Arhin. I have no interest in leaving, the polecat swiftly dismisses. Deciding not to argue, you wait around through the evening as Zano enjoys his social mingling. Later, a raccoon and a woodpecker enter the gallery and corner Zano when he is by himself, threatening his well-being if he does not come with them.
And here's the fighting that we have been so long waiting for.
Yes! Right. A hard challenge for which we would roll entirely black dice.
Sounds
quite sneak.
So,
wow. No.
So we're going to.
I'm going to go with
sneak away and pretend. Like we are not equipped for this in any way.
I would not even. That's just not happening. Right.
So going to roll these, and we are looking for the hand icons thievery.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1. Also 2 swords. We are like hesitant. Should we fight or not?
For God's sake. So it's easy.
Yep.
So we'd like. It'd be nice to have 2, but I'm trying to decide if a reroll is going to be worse. Let's reroll. Let's do it. Let's reroll. Okay. Go on.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, don't say that.
Again, 1, so no harm done.
Okay. Is it worth spending determination, or do we feel confident with an easy? I feel like easy. Is it maybe likely to be a 3 for the best result? So that determination might.
Notice that our charm can help us in sneaking if we want to.
Oh yes. I mean, it's a shame. It would be a shame to use it on an easy one, but then again.
But well, this isn't going anywhere, so the item can be used again and again.
Oh.
We
Let's
don't
use
have
it.
to discard it, but the risk is
Oh,
that
yeah,
we
it could
might
fail.
have to get -1.
I feel lucky. Let's use it. Oh, hello.
We have a guest.
I've been waiting for a cat to appear behind me. I'm surprised. From a distance, that really does look like the cat that I'm expecting. I have to put it that way because he's not my cat. I can't say he is. He's just my neighbour's cat. He just decides that he lives here sometimes. I say sometimes, every day, but...
So,
oh, my word.
So you want to use the
Charm. Yes.
And we would like to get 5 or more to get 1 success and 9 or more to get 2 successes.
I feel good about this.
Ooh, that's 12! So that's 2 successes, so we're
I never
3.
doubted you. I never doubted you.
I got that recorded, so I have proof.
Oh.
So I think we are happy with 3, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
So
that's good.
Trusting in our luck in multiple ways.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, it's asking actually if we got any swords. And first we got, but we rerolled, so now we're not.
Yeah.
Don't have any swords.
We had 2 swords, and ironically, 1 and 3 are exactly the same. So. Unbelievably, we would have been better if we'd done nothing. Oh, can we get you?
Only during a skill check, so it's too late when you see the outcomes.
I think I want to hold it. I feel like there's going to be a much more dramatic moment that we need that card for later. Well, you sneak away to the front door and call for the guards to come upstairs and help thwart the kidnapping. You and the guards arrive in time to see the 2 kidnappers trying to take Zano's body down the fire escape. The guards fight against the kidnappers and with a struggle, eventually take them down. With a light peppering of cheek slaps, Zano's eyelids slowly peel open. He looks to the downed thugs, who the door guards are searching, and you. The guards show you papers they found with a picture of the prince and instructions to bring him to the Silver Mirror Inn to meet Vivenka. I would like to head to this inn, the prince muses to you. See who this Vivenka is. We gain 2 prestige.
Going to 7.
That's very tasty.
And we get card number 117 and 275. And that's the end of scene. And the 117 is Runaway Prince Part 2. A mysterious person named Vivenka is behind an attempt of kidnapping Chano. Vivenka's hirelings were instructed to deliver Chano to the Silver Mirror Inn. And if Chano is not with us, we are forced to abandon this. And we can now head to 2 spaces southwest of Sarevar if we wish to visit the inn, which would be over here. So
that might be a good excuse to fly. To be fair, it's actually not that far away.
Unless we got the person who can't fly, like Chano.
Oh yeah, like him. Oh well, it's not that far away.
And Royal.
Oh, look at him! Look at him! He doesn't look rude at all. He looks. Oh, I bet. No, actually, do you know what? I can see it.
Getting hurt while having fun isn't new to the thrill-seeking Crown Prince. Doesn't make it any more pleasant still. And when gained haste and 1 if we have first aid. Well, we don't have, but it gives us -1 movement. And in knowledge skill checks, we get a success. And after 3 days, we will replace this with 274. So it's a companion card, a green one.
Yeah. Oh, I see. He's injured. That's why he looks so unhappy.
Maybe he gets his pride back in some time. So
I don't know if I want him to get his pride back. Yeah.
So 3.
I'll just intimidate him.
So at that point, we're going to replace this with another one, but it's the same turn that the game will end.
Mm-hmm.
So now we move to Thursday, and in the storybook, and we have 2 turns left. And with -1 movement, we can only move up to 1 space as long as Chano is with us. We can move faster, but then we would have to leave Chano behind.
So basically, we don't have enough time to reach the next space in that quest before this game ends.
It's here because he's hurt and it's too slow to walk with us.
So if let's say that we were to fly off to Yezdan and just totally abandon him, are we going to abandon that quest totally, or can we like go back and find him and pick it up in the next game?
When we abandon the quest, we do look at this bottom text, what it says here at the down, and in this case it says return 274 and 275. So Chano currently is 275, but we would replace him with 274. So we return him to the library, and we would shuffle 190 from the library to event deck, and this would get discarded. So in this case, this can't be picked up again. But our 2 other ones, this is more common that they have this place on the notice board. Well, the bottom one is also better placed in the vault, so that can also not be picked up again. So it really depends on which quest you have. They have different instructions at the bottom what happens if you abandon. But now if we abandon Chano, he will go to lick his wounds somewhere before going to parties again.
Well, I mean, the thing is either we abandon him or we end this stream by moving twice and not really getting anything done.
We can also visit places in Rienstum if we want to.
I suppose so. So I suppose we could hold on to him that way.
Yeah. It's up to you.
I feel bad just totally abandoning him, and I suppose all we've done so far is quests. Maybe we should just explore some locations in a city.
We can visit locations. Fun, we can also challenge Harman if we want because he's around. And,
True.
We can also draw an event card even in a settlement if we want to. So different places in Rienstum. From west to east on the coast we have Wishing Well and Docks, and in the center we have Arena, like the best place for us to go, I think. And finally on the far east side of the city we have Convention Center and Casino.
Okay, right. Let's go to the casino. Let's go. Let's go out high. Although 3 gold is that going to be a problem?
We'll see.
Sod it. Let's find out. Let's see if we just get arrested or something to end this.
Casino is scene number 26.
I love it.
So we're going to casino with the wounded prince.
Oh, of course, the entrance fee's 3 gold.
Exactly what we have.
As you enter the acclaimed Rienstum Casino, a macaw clerk in a bow tie greets you from behind the counter. He kindly informs you that one must change a modest sum of gold for paying chips to get inside. I'm reminded of how you told me that I didn't have much money to start because Jan spent it all. And now I'm here at a casino.
In a similar situation.
And do you know what? Let's go in.
We might exit the casino with more than we went, but we'll see.
We could get arrested. I'm looking for an opportunity to steal, to be perfectly honest with you, or just cheat. I'm hoping I might be good at cheating.
So
but let's see.
We are exactly at 0 gold right now.
Perfect. I'll take it. Let's live life. This is only because the prince is with us. It's the influence of the prince. After handing a few gold pieces to the macaw, he takes down your name and hands you some playing chips.
There's some ways that people have to like relax after helping a little kiwi.
Absolutely. Do you know what? We've had a stressful few days, a stressful week, and I think we deserve to now put ourselves in debt and just squander everything away. Making your way to the casino proper, you are assaulted by a nearly overwhelming cacophony of sights and sounds, even smells wafting from the nearby bar and its patrons. The luxurious hall is filled with animated folks betting their possessions on various games of fortune and the tantalizing riches they promise. You're approached by a fennec fox dressed in a staff uniform. The fox smiles at you amicably. What matters is not the game you play, but the excitement and the chance to score big. Yeah, of course the staff say that. Do we have the fancy tag?
Fancy. We are not
fancy,
royal,
that's a shame.
but not fancy.
That's a shame. Well, oh well. I'd love it if we could just demand money. That's exactly what I needed to see. Right. So, time for some card games, I think.
Join the table with card games. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Roll some dice. Swap out.
This is. I believe in this. Now, this is probably where determination's going to get spent.
You said like the final epic moment, and it's going to card games in a casino.
I really hope so.
You said you want to steal everything. Well, that's a three of that, but only one perception.
Oh, I think that might possibly be a reroll in Warrant there. That's dreadful.
That's even
worse.
worse.
Right. So,
you said you want to steal.
Yeah. Why? I really. I'm so tempted because now I know that we just had a situation where we had a surprise skills that could have been useful. God, I'm hoping that might come up again. There's nothing we can really do, is there? Apart from getting one.
Using determine doesn't really help, so I guess we're just going to reveal the outcomes.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just go for it. Please be some stealing. Please be some thievery.
There is.
Yes! Yes!
So we are going to pick that one.
Right. Right. Outstanding.
Just as you planned.
After play, I know it's almost like this was deliberate. After playing a couple of rounds, you notice that the player next to you, a toad in fancy clothing, is keeping her stacks of chips quite close to you. She seems to be very focused on the game and probably wouldn't notice if you took just a couple for yourself. Oh, I love where this is going.
So, do we want to steal the chips or concentrate on the card?
Hell yes, we want to steal the chips. Hell yes. This
it's
is
her fault for keeping them so close to you.
Exactly.
Like them.
Exactly. I know. Exactly. Yeah, let's blame the victim. She's tempted. She is. She shouldn't be keeping those right next to me. That's unfair. Yeah. What else am I going to do? Not steal her money? Well, I need to leave with something.
That's 2.
It's easy. Question is...
Are we determined? It's hard to roll better with these dice. Well, we do have these 2, but with the black ones, it's not easy to get more.
I'm just trying to decide how I am feeling that this is going to be a top result of 3 and not 4. I want. Do you know what? I want money. I'm determined.
So let's use that. So we are now at 3 successes.
Okay, come on.
It was 4.
God damn it. Oh well. I'll take that. Oh my lord. Grabbing a few chips is as easy as ever, and you exit the table with a smug look on your face. As you're walking towards the counter to cash in your winnings, a familiar voice speaks to you. I'm impressed. You've got talent, says the toad you just robbed. I'd say I love this. I'd say you're more than qualified for a job I have. You can keep the change as a prepayment for your services. The name's Ariana. Oh, sorry, should this be higher pitched? No, it shouldn't. What do you know about stage magic?
Well, we got 8 gold.
This is perfect. So, what a great! I love this little cliffhanger we're having. Just like...
So we got a new quest. The Snitch. Arhin has more underworld crooks than the city guard wants to admit. With my help, there could be one less. I work at Arhin's docks. You'll find me easily. Signed by Rasuma, that yellow-tailed rat clerk. So, in the next game, we might want to go to Arhin and meet Rasuma.
I love that so much.
That's actually our 4th quest. So we are forced to abandon one. Do we want to abandon the new one? The Shifting Tides, which is the ship bottle one in Sarevar, or the hot air balloon in Yetsden, or the Port Tunnel, the Crown Prince.
I feel like I want to hold on to the prince because I feel like that can be quite funny. Let's skip the Sarawar one. I'm choosing entirely arbitrarily.
Yep, and that's.
Let's see.
That's in the bottom. It says to place in the vault. So that's the section here back at the library, making sure that we are not going to see duplicate content before we are basically seeing everything at least once. And with that, we're going to move to Friday, our last day in this game.
There's only really one thing to do, isn't there? I think we need to try and make him wet his pants again. Just.
Are you ready to come up with some stories by yourself again?
Oh, let's see if it can be any more embarrassing. Yes, for him.
We are going to challenge Harman again. 1-1-4 to add insult to injury.
This guy. Well, this time, we're strolling through the largest city around, and yet again we hear a similar noise of a young, what is he, an opossum?
Opossum, yep.
Boasting to his fans and telling everyone how he recently had a run-in with a funny little kingfisher who he saw off running. However, when he sees us approaching him down the street, his eyes take a bit of a turn. And you do notice him crossing his legs ever so slightly, but he quickly composes himself and once again challenges you to a rematch, telling the crowd, let's see if you can regain your honor this time. But we know the truth.
We're again asked, do we have a partner or at least one companion? Well, we have a companion. Sano is with us.
Oh.
So we're going to reply yes.
That's interesting.
And the story continues.
Well, as he's so focused on his old enemy, he hasn't actually noticed our friend yet, who's hiding discreetly behind us. So we can either simply try and climb on top of a nearby. Oh yes, we can either have another climbing competition, an unknown survival test. We can try and recall facts in a battle of wits for an unknown intelligence check, or because our lovely friend the prince is still as yet unnoticed, we could have a medium thievery check and try sneak and snatch Harman. Snatch Harman? Are we going to kidnap him?
So these are 3 options.
I'm all for that.
So you want to sneak and snatch Harman?
Absolutely.
Sano would also help us if we choose to recall facts in a battle of wits, but you want to sneak and snatch Harman?
I mean, definitely. I love where this is going.
He's like already lost, but we are still trying to kidnap him.
Yeah. I just love the idea that we're not going to deal with this again, so we're just going to kidnap him.
Alright, so these are dice for sneaking and snatching.
Love it.
And Spyglass gives us a single reroll in sneaking, and Charm can be used in sneaking as well if we think that we need Lady Luck on our side. But we can first see what we get with just the dice.
Yeah.
That's 1. And the difficulty was medium, so we would like to get at least 2.
Yeah. So let's do that reroll, shall we?
So everything.
Yeah.
That's still 1. I think we'll now use the Spyglass 1 to reroll.
Yes,
this.
I'd agree. This
Let's
one will be
see.
0. You mark my words.
So we are at 1, so no harm by rolling for the charm, I think.
Yeah. Let's get that charm out.
And 5 plus
Number
would
12.
get us plus.
Number 12.
That's
Cool.
10. That's 10.
10.
So good at
Yes.
rolling that.
Oh, that's all we
So-
need. So where are we now?
And 10 gives us 2 successes, so we're at 3.
Okay. That's as good as we're gonna get, isn't it? Yeah, I'll take 3. Oh, my word.
And it gives us the middle outcome.
That could be worse. Well, unsurprisingly, the surrounding crowd is quite surprised when a person they hadn't quite spotted yet, not knowing that they're even associated with me, suddenly appears behind Harmon, grabs both of his arms and starts dragging him off down the street. Together, we carry Harmon away from the adoring crowd, who don't really know where to look. Whilst carrying him, some coin drops from the bag he is holding. We decide to split the money with our partner. Harmon doesn't need to know that we've picked it up. So, obviously now kind of unsure where to take Harmon, we decide to just knock him unconscious like an absolute turkey and dump him somewhere near a river. Perhaps.
It would be
Not
the
in the
first
river,
choice
just near the
to
river.
go out.
Exactly. You know, it's not the first person I've made knocked unconscious this time. And yeah, we should probably keep out of competition for a while.
We got 4 gold for that.
Yeah, okay. So we didn't get any more prestige,
It wasn't that,
which is a shame. But
it wasn't that
we're rich now.
cool of a thing to do, I think.
No. To just randomly
And we're
kidnap
going
him.
to delay Harman by 2. Not that he like needed it, but we are going to do it.
No.
And again, Harman
Wow.
is leaving the scene.
Oh, poor Harmon.
And we would have
I'm
to roll and look where he is going. He's going to Saramat this time. Find himself there.
Yeah, he's decided to run away a bit further this time. Oh, poor Matt. Oh, we're giving him such a rough time.
He had it coming.
He did, and I suspect he's going to get it again next time somehow.
And then we're going to move to Saturday, and we're going to resolve them from top to bottom. So the first one is Janos mark here, and it asks to replace with 274. So Jano is looking all dapper now. The Crown Prince of Gameset seeks to enjoy the life to the fullest. While charming, Jano is also impatient and a result of being raised in the royal palace. And again, in skill checks, in knowledge skill checks, we get the success, but also if we fight. Now Jano is up for a fight himself.
Very nice. That's good. I'm glad we kept him around.
And now after 5 days he would leave our side, but it doesn't going to trigger in this game, but we rather will get to save him for the next game.
Mm-hmm.
And the next marker is here on the harmony depending on which one you want to call it. And we're going to take the gathering scene number 200.
Ooh. Oh my word. Oh, Asala, you did let me down. After all the excitement, challenges and adventure, it is time to unwind for a moment and reflect on your travels. There was only one adventurer in this game. Not counting Harmon, that useless.
And we are not isolated.
You're not. You head to the nearest inn, intent on treating yourself to a well-deserved evening, celebrating this leg of your journey. You can say that again. Already from the outside, you can hear the sounds of lively patrons, suggesting that the establishment is quite full once again. Despite the noise, all heads turn as you enter, curious to see the new arrival. Ooh.
Now we're left with the choice. Do we throw a party with 5 gold player at 12, or do we celebrate alone?
We've just had great success in the casino and then mugged some guy. I think we should throw a party.
With Harman's gold.
Absolutely. But literally none of the gold we are holding belongs to us. Let's spend it.
So we're going to down to 7.
And
Asking how much prestige we got. We are currently at 7. So we're going to get the second to best outcome here.
That's quite nice. Everyone recognizes you as you strut into the bar. They cheer and marvel at seeing someone so famous. You buy a round of drinks for the patrons, who all swarm around you in adoration. With a single command, you unleash a party that consumes the whole building. You regale a captivated audience with tales of your most daring exploits through to the next day. Once the party is finally finished, the place is littered with stuff left behind from the party. You help the innkeeper clean up, who offers for you to take anything left over that you want. You may swap one of your skill marks for any other skill mark. You are famous. That's beautiful.
Do we want to swap one out for the next game?
Oh, I don't know. They did so well for us.
Surprisingly.
See, I would have expected to answer yes to that question, but that actually went all right.
It went better than expected.
I'm honestly amazed. Would you recommend it or not? I guess maybe we could even say swap communication with fight, just to spread ourselves around a bit more.
If you're done intimidating and want to have some physical traits in the next game.
Maybe it's time we did that. Maybe it's time that we backed our words up. Because our intimidate can still be fairly good. We've still got 3 dice either side.
Yeah,
I think that's respectable. Let's pick a knife up from somewhere.
That's
quite a sinister character.
End of game.
Yay!
So, should we write something down here?
Honestly, what do you choose? Poor Harmon. I don't know if you can write much more than that. Just poor Harmon.
Poor Harmon. Anything you want to add?
Generally, I'm struggling to choose the words. I mean, poor Harmon. Something about being a Kiwi midwife. Who's the Kiwi daddy? I mean, get daddy back in there if you really want.
Yeah, but we're like mummy in this game because we're female.
Oh, that's true. Who's the Kiwi mummy? I guess scared. How do you even sum up the turkey story? I don't know how you even. Just poor turkeys. Unconscious, knocked out turkeys. I don't know how you.
If
That's gonna
nothing
stay
else,
with
I
me.
already added 4 Harman defeated by a Kiwi midwife.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
Just a game to remember.
That was absolutely spectacular.
So yeah, that was a game of Lands of Galzyr. You can go to places depending on what happens, and
I'm not gonna be able to forget about that for a long time.
for better or worse.
But oh, entirely better.
Again, I'm Sami Laakso from Snowdale Design, and I was playing with. You can remind people who you are.
Joash Kari, composer for Lands of Galzyr.
And linked to his was it SoundCloud that you gave? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So the link there in the description if you want to listen to the gentleman's nice beats. And you will also be able to do so with the digital storybook when the game releases.
It's gonna be great.
Yep. Well, thanks. Thanks for joining me. I'm
been
sure
an absolute pleasure.
if we are in a form to say anything coherent in this point. Just giggling.
What can you even possibly say?
So I think we're just going to leave it at that, and thank everyone for watching.
Thank you very much for having me as well.
It was an absolute pleasure. Thanks everyone, and see you next time.
Bye bye.